Okay, not sure what happened there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Verbling class with me, Teacher Amy. If you were in my previous class, I apologise for not saying goodbye to you. The class suddenly froze just as I was in the middle of ending the class, and I left, and then it was too late. So, thank you, and I hope to see you guys again soon. If you've booked a slot in this class, then do come along in. It's a writing class, so we are going to be practicing our descriptions today. Our topic is objects. But what I've got for you basically is a list of sort of, I don't know, types of objects that might inspire you to think about, so that you can choose a few objects to describe them and basically practice your adjectives, your descriptions, and whatever else you like to do. So I always leave my writing classes reasonably free. If you have booked a slot, come along in. I'm just going to let you know about a couple of pages that can help you. So if you have a look at the chat box, what you'll see are two pages. The first one is my Facebook page, which you're welcome to go and take a look at. And if you like the look of it, like me, and you can see what I do as we go through the week. And the second is my Verbling teacher page, which is where you can basically find out more information about me, my classes, private tutoring sessions. If you do have any questions, you can also write to me. And this is the same for all of the teachers. So you should be able to say hi to them, ask us some questions, and see what we're doing on Verbling. So let's say hello. Who do we have first of all today? We have Burak. Hello, Burak. How do you say it?
Hello, I'm doing pretty well. It's a Burak.
Burak. Okay, Burak. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Turkey.
Okay.
In Istanbul.
Awesome. And do you live there right now?
In Istanbul, right?
Yep, I know Istanbul. Well, I haven't ever been there. I would love to go there because it looks like an amazing city. What's it like to live in Istanbul? Is it a good place to live?
It's very good place to live because I live in for 20 years.
20 years, wow. So are you originally from Istanbul? Is that your hometown?
Yes, it's like the hometown.
Okay, awesome. What is the best thing about living in Istanbul, according to you?
Because there are everything in here, and maybe if you go to somewhere when you rest, you can go to anywhere and you can rest in here. Or there is couple of there's couple of what does it mean? Is exciting place.
Exciting places.
Exciting place.
Yeah.
So you can go what you want.
Okay, you can go wherever you want.
Yeah, wherever you want.
Very interesting. So although Istanbul is a good place to live in itself, there's also interesting, good places to visit which aren't too far away.
When did you come here?
I haven't been there. I'm just repeating what you said to clarify. Is that what you're saying? True?
I didn't understand. I'm sorry.
No problem. So, Burak, I have never been to Istanbul, but I'm just finding out about it because I think it sounds interesting. It sounds interesting to me.
Okay. If you come here, please let me know.
I will. One day I definitely will. I'd love to come to Turkey. Welcome. It's lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
And who else do we have? Mustafa, hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, everything going okay?
Yes, kind
of. Are
of.
you ready to practice? Kind of? Why
Yeah.
kind of, Mustafa?
There is no specific reason. I don't know.
Nothing major.
Yeah, in this life, there is upside and up and down,
Ups and downs, absolutely. Yeah. Well, let's hope this is an up hour for you, Mustafa.
I hope.
Yes, me too. Definitely. Welcome to the class. So we're not going to spend too much time talking today, guys, because it's a writing class, and I want you to get on with your writing. What I'm just going to do is to let you know that I've pasted a link to the document in the Google chat box. So check that out. And if you want to access that, I'm just going to say hello to Adrian. Hello.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. Have I pronounced your name correctly?
Adrian.
Okay, Adrian, sorry. Where are you from, Adrian?
I'm from Uruguay.
From Uruguay. Awesome. What is your picture?
I don't know. I think this picture is in USA.
Is it the
In
Grand Canyon? It looks like possibly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, welcome to the class, Adrian. It's great to meet you. How come you're learning English? Why are you learning English? Do you have a specific reason?
First of all, I am an industrial engineer. I I need to learn English because I can't look for a best job. Um, uh, um, by other hand, I I need learn English in general to know to meet people. I can travel without problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's great. Well, it's lovely to meet you. And I hope that we can help you this lesson. We're going to be practicing our writing. So I've just shared the document again. If you'd like to click on the link, you can access it. If you can't click on the link right now, don't panic, because I'll deal with that again in a moment. But we're just going to have a quick look at it, and I'll explain what we've got so that we can get on with our writing. So really what I've got here is the point of today's class is to practice descriptions. So that's usually using adjectives, although it can be other types of language too. What I've done is I've given you a couple of ideas. Don't take these as the law. These are just ideas to help you think about some particular types of objects that you might like to write about today. Now, if you would like to, I think it might be quite fun if you don't actually tell us straight what your object is, but you simply describe it. So you might want to describe, for example, the color, the appearance, the size, basically what it looks like in all kinds of ways. Maybe the shape, anything you like to do with what it looks like. You might also want to tell us is it used for, where is it used, who is it used by, anything that you really want to tell us about this object that might help us to guess, but don't actually tell us what the object is. You might also want to pick one of these topics. So you might want to think about an object that you really, really desire. Maybe that's like a Ferrari, or I don't know. Could be anything. Maybe it's a really, really big house. But don't tell us what the object is. Just try to describe it in the most detailed way you can. What we're going to do is we're going to try and guess each other's objects at the end of class. So I'm going to give you plenty of time today because we haven't got too many students, which is good. So this is just an ideas file. If you need some adjectives to help you write, then these links here will help you. They're really handy. They've got lots of useful words in there. If you get stuck, have a look at those links. And we're just going to read out this list here. So I'll ask Burak, would you like to read for us just this list of objects, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Objects from my childhood, objects I would try to save in a fire, objects I really really desire, objects that are special to me, objects you would find in my kitchen, objects I have broken or destroyed by accident or on purpose, objects that interest me.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, thank you, Barak. Really nice reading. Those are just ideas, so you're very welcome to write about something else. Does everybody understand all of these words? Do we understand all of these different types of objects? Any questions?
For example,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Please, go ahead.
Okay, so Adrian, you go first, and we'll come back to Barak.
The first item, object from my childhood. What do you refer?
Okay, childhood means basically the time when you were a child, okay? So it can be any time you like. It could be when you were very young or when you were a teenager or whatever you like.
Yeah. For instance, can you give us
An example?
an example?
Maybe this.
Okay.
Okay, it could be anything though. It doesn't have to be your favorite teddy bear. It could be like, you know, a train set that you got for Christmas, or it could be a stick that you found on a special adventuring walk. Could be anything you like, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Any other, Barak, what was your question?
It is same question. It was same question. Actually, I got a. Pardon me. I gave an example about the objects from my childhood,
Okay.
but I not exactly. Okay.
All right, so do you want me to give you any more examples, guys? What I will do is I'll just think of an example for each of these once you get started with your writing, and I'll type it in. So if you get stuck, you can have a look at my examples, okay?
Okay.
So all I'd like you to do is, if you would like to, you can just type your name at the bottom here. So if it was me, I would type Amy, and then I'd do my writing. Or you can write in somewhere else on your computer, and then when you've finished, I will copy and paste your writing from the chat box into the document. So I'm going to leave this on the screen. You can go ahead and please don't change any of the stuff up here. If it's in bold, just leave it so that all the other students can use that to help them. And if you type your writing, type it below. So under here somewhere. And I'm going to give you guys about 20 minutes. So you can write either one object, you can write one object from all of the lists, you can do whatever you like, as much or as little as you like. So it's up to you guys. If you have any questions, I'm here the whole time. But I would just like everybody to keep their microphones muted so that we can concentrate, and I will do the same. So everybody ready, and off you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, everybody, about 5 more minutes. So if you'd like to check your writing through carefully, if you have any questions, let me know, and then we'll start reading each other's work in a few minutes.
Uh, 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left, yeah.
Thank you. Amy,
Yes.
how can I share my document?
Okay, so the easiest thing to do is just to copy your writing and paste it straight into the chat box, and then I will put it into the document for you, or you can put it straight in there. It's up to you.
Okay, or
So you've got your writing here already, Burak. Is this yours?
okay.
Yeah?
Okay, it's mine.
So,
yes.
perfect. All right, what I'm going to do, are you finished? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, well done. All right, so we're going to have a look at Burak's first, and then we'll come to Adrian and Mustafa in whichever order you guys prefer. Okay? So, thank you, Barak. Could you read for us, please?
Okay. When I was a child, I saw an object. It is an excellent object I have ever seen in my life, and I said that I could use that. I searched many times how to possible to do. Couple of years later, I used to use simulator, which is about that object. I have learned a lot of things with that simulator, and I decided to be a person who used that. First thing I have to do is learning English. After that, I have to pass the exams which are about the object. It has interested me, so that is why I learn English.
Wow, nice description, Barak. And this is kind of mysterious. Okay, we're going to guess this after. First of all, we're going to make a couple of corrections.
Okay.
And we'll see what the others think, what object you were talking about. So, when I was a child, I saw an object. Perfect, well done. That's one clue. You saw this first when you were a child. It is, we need an article, so an, because it's got an E here, right? So we need an instead of a. An
Okay.
excellent object. And then you've got, I have ever seen in my life. So, if you want to say that it's something very unique, the only thing, what we do need to use instead of a is the, okay? Because you're talking about one particular thing, and you're using the superlative, the most of something, right? The most excellent object. And then what we need to think about is, when are you talking about, Barak? Because here we've got the past, right?
Yes.
When you were a child. So did you think that it was the most excellent object when you were a child or now?
When I was a child, it was the most excellent object.
Okay, perfect. It was the most excellent object I had ever seen. I had ever seen, because what happens is you see it and then you think, oh, wow, that's the most excellent object. So you've got to go 2 steps back to use had, okay? Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Perfect. Okay, so it was the most excellent object I'd ever seen in my life, and I said that I could use that. Okay, that's another clue. I searched many times how to possible to do. Okay, so I searched many times for, you usually have to search for something, how it was possible to, okay, so do is okay. Maybe we could be a bit more specific. What exactly were you searching for? How to use the object? How to learn about the object? What were you searching for, Barak?
Both of them, because I have to learn and then I have to use.
Okay, so possibly we could put both, right? How it was possible to learn about and use the object. Is that okay?
Okay.
And we've got a little bit more help for us guessers. Okay, couple of years later, usually we say a couple of years later.
Okay.
I used to use, and then we need here an article again, a simulator.
Okay.
Which is about that object. Okay, about isn't quite the right word. Can you tell me why use a simulator? Is it to practice? Usually we use a simulator to practice something.
Yeah, it is exactly about that.
Okay, so let's put that. I used to use a simulator to practice. And then what? Using? Would you say to practice using that object?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So the only thing left here is a couple of years later, I used to use a simulator. This means that you do not use a simulator now. Is that true?
Is it true? Because it is true because I learned many things, and I have to. And after that, I will use the object in real life.
Okay, good. So that's perfect. Just checking. I have learned a lot of things with that simulator. Okay, I think what we need is I learned, not I have learned, because now you're using the real thing. So this is all in the past, okay? I learned a lot of things with that simulator, and I decided, great, to be a person who uses. So a person is third person. It's the same as he or she, okay? So uses that.
Okay.
First thing, the first thing. We always use the if it's just one thing, right? So the most excellent object, the first thing I have to do is learn English.
Learn English. Okay.
If you use a verb after have to do, oh, we've got do, but then we've got is learn English is the same, okay? After that, I have to pass the exams, which are about that object. It is okay, so you can either say it is interesting to me, or it interests me. Okay, so that is why I learn English. Okay, or maybe so that is why I am learning English, because it's happening right now, right? But that's okay. Either way, we'll put those two options. Okay, so I am intrigued, Barak. I have an idea. I'm not entirely sure about it, but I'm going to ask the other students first and see what we come up with. So, Mustafa, have you been listening?
Yes.
Do you have any guesses for Barak's object?
Barak, this is difficult. It's computer, kind of.
No.
Computer?
I know.
Okay, Adrian knows it. Go, Adrian.
Aircraft.
Aircraft.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Well done, Adrian. And well done, Barak, for writing such a clever description, because you didn't give anything away. I must admit, I had to think about that, but I did think it was like an aeroplane or something eventually. Very good, Barak. Awesome work. Do you understand all of your corrections?
Yes, I understand.
Perfect. Thank you. That was a great start. Okay, stay tuned, Barak, because we have to guess the other objects now, okay? So,
Mine is easy. Mine is easy.
It's easy, Mustafa. Okay, have we got your writing here? We'll go for you next then. So
Okay.
could you read out yours for us, please?
Okay, in my childhood, I used to have this object. The first time I bought it, it was clean and new. If you use it many times without washing, it would be filthy. It is not enormous, and it at the same time not a small size or tiny. It has more than one circle shapes object. Also, it has some narrow tubes connected to each other by welding. I used it for joyful, have fun, and sometimes did jobs. I had bell on it. The sound of it was astonishing. It is used in town, narrow road, or even if there is a traffic jam. It's used by me because I was the old between my siblings. Easy.
Actually, Mustafa, it wasn't easy until the end. At first, I was trying to work out what it was, and now I think I've figured it out, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to just correct it, and then we'll ask the other students, okay? Also, may I say, very good descriptions, guys, because you're not giving too much away, but you're describing things really well. So let's have a look. So in your childhood, you used to have this object, Mustafa. The first time I bought it, we need two its, because you got like this phrase here, the first time you bought it, and then you got to say it was clean and new, okay?
Okay.
Actually, when you spoke, you did have two its, so you may have just forgotten to write the second one in.
Yeah.
If you use it many times without washing it, we always have to use this annoying it word in English, it would be filthy. If you used it many times without washing, it would be filthy. So this is the second conditional, okay? You need to use the past, and then you need to use the would be. So you got the would be, you just forgot the past. Okay, Mustafa?
Right.
Otherwise, you could say if you use it many times, it will be filthy. That's the first conditional, but I think second works better here, so well done. It's not enormous, and at the same time, not a small size or tiny. It has more than one. This part here is a little bit tricky. What I would say is
Right.
circle-shaped object, okay?
Okay.
If you want to use this thing as an adjective, you can put any shape here and put, you know, square-shaped object, triangle-shaped object, cylindrical-shaped object. It's quite handy. But because you've got more than one, I know that seems like it should be a plural, but actually it's singular because you've got the one circle-shaped object, okay?
Okay.
Also, it has some narrow tubes connected to each other by welding. Very nice. I used it for joyful. Joyful is not the right word that we can use here because we need to say a purpose, okay? I used it for, so you need some kind of a verb. So you can say being joyful. Use it
Or
for
being
being joyful, having fun, and sometimes doing jobs, all right?
Okay.
So we need the ing, or you can say I used it to, and then you have the infinitive. I used it to be joyful, have fun, and sometimes do jobs, okay?
Okay.
For plus ing, to plus infinitive. So this is when you're talking about using something, okay?
Okay.
Okay, there we go. It, not you, it, because you're not the one with a bell, right?
Right.
It has a bell on it. The sound of it was astonishing. Nice choice of words. It's used in town, on narrow roads. On narrow roads. Usually, when we're making a description about something in general, we'll use the plural. So this goes for lots of different situations in English. Like when we say you like something, you usually use plural, right? I like dogs. Or I like
Right.
ice cream. Okay, that's an uncountable noun, not a good example. But this is the same type of thing. On narrow roads, okay?
Okay.
Or even if there is a traffic jam, or even if there are traffic jams, fine. It's used by me because I was the eldest among my siblings. Among my siblings. You can say oldest actually as well if you prefer that. But because you're talking about the top person, the one who's the top age, you need to say the oldest or the eldest. Okay, that's a superlative as well.
Right. Thank
Do
you.
you
for
understand all your
correction.
corrections, Mustafa?
Yeah, I understood.
done.
Actually, teacher, I focused to use like some adjective, and
Yes,
I tried to do
absolutely.
that. Yeah.
That was really well done, Mustafa. That was the whole point of the class. So congratulations. Okay, who would like to guess Mustafa's object? Any ideas? Barak?
Yeah.
I don't have an idea about it.
No ideas? What about you, Adrian?
A car.
A car? Is it a car,
car.
Mustafa?
What do you think?
I don't think it's a car, personally.
Right. It's not a
Okay,
car.
so it's not a car. I think it is a form of transport, though. Is that correct, Mustafa?
Right. Right.
So it's not a car, but it is a form of transport. What is it, guys?
Welding. Oh, okay. It's tubes connected to each other by welding. It's a by bicycling. No,
Bicycle.
yeah.
Is it a
Yeah.
bicycle, Mustafa?
Are you
Yeah.
sure? Yes.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so you can say a bicycle, but to be honest, most native speakers just call it a bike. Okay.
A bike.
Bicycle
A
is also
bike.
correct, though. Okay, Mustafa, well done. That was awesome. Just as good as Barak. Okay, there's a high level of competition here, Adrian, so I hope you can live up to it. Are you ready to read us yours?
No, it is very easy because I don't understand that the the rest of classmates um, have to guess.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. That was just
I'm sorry.
an extra task, Adrian. No problem. The main point is to practice your writing, but sometimes it's fun to guess. But you know, you think it's easy, but then Mustafa thought his was easy, and it didn't take us. It took us a couple of guesses to get it. So you never know. So could you read yours out for us, please?
It is a small to kind of object is its size is length 3.5 meter, width 1.6 meter, and height 1.5 meter. Its color is bright light gray. Its shape is aerodynamic. Its backside is almost upright, and the size of the back is very small too. Only con only it can contain 110 liters, a liter, or I don't know, but to have more space available as a bag, it can be possible bring down the back setting, and so adds 200 uh, 250 liter more. It's,
Okay, well done, Adrian. You've done such a careful description of all this. And actually, I think I know what this is, but I didn't get it straight away. So let's see. We're going to correct it, and then we're going to ask one of the other two to see if they can guess. So here we go. It is a small, we don't need two, a small kind of object. Oh, that's all we need to say, okay? It is a small kind of object.
yeah.
You understand?
I want to say it is small compared
Okay. All right.
with
I
the same
understand.
type, the same kind of the object.
Okay, so it is a small object compared with other objects of its kind, is what you want to
Okay.
say. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's quite a tricky little grammatical structure there, but Adrian, I understand what you mean. So we're going to put that in there, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then we can put a full stop, I think, because then we're going to carry on. So its size is length 3.5 meters, width 1.6 meters, and height. Because you've got length, width, and height, you should probably stick with that. You can use high instead, but then you would say and 1.5 meters high, okay?
Okay.
So there's an option, so you can do 3.5 meters in length, 1.6 meters in width, and 1.5 meters high. That's the other choice for you, but try and stick with one or the other, okay?
Okay.
Its colour is bright. Because we've got two adjectives, we need a comma. Light grey. Its shape is aerodynamic. Nice word. Its backside is almost upright. Backside is usually a word we use to talk about humans' bottoms.
Oh, okay.
So possibly, what part are you talking? We're going to come back to this in a moment when we've guessed the object, okay? It's not wrong, it just sounds a bit funny. It's almost upright, very good. And the size of the, okay, this is the wrong word. Bag is not the word we use. We use this word in the USA, okay? Or this word in the UK.
Okay.
If I'm right in guessing what the object is, but we'll double check that in a moment. So the size of the trunk is very small too. It, and then we've got to put can first and then only. It can only contain 110. We just use L for liters, okay? Just like that. 110 liters. Better to have more space available as a trunk. And then, because we're carrying on with the description, we don't need a capital. It can be possible to, or maybe it is possible to. It's more usual. It is possible to bring down the back seating and so add 250 liters more.
Okay.
All right, now we haven't quite finished, but we're going to see if anyone wants to guess first. So, Barak or Mustafa, what is this object?
It's a small car.
I didn't hear any of those answers. What? Barak, what did you say?
Car.
And what did you say, Mustafa? I think you said a car too. So is it a car, Adrian?
Yeah. It's
Okay, we got it right. So in that case, trunk is the correct word because you're talking about the space at the back, right, of the car, which we call the trunk or the boot. So here we go. Its shape is aerodynamic. What I would say here is, what are you talking about when you talk about the back side part, Adrian?
The car have the car have front its front and its back. Only back. Okay.
Yeah. I would say just the back. The back is almost upright. Okay?
Okay.
You could say the back part or something like that, but the back is fine. And don't forget, backside is usually talking about humans. Okay, it's not a rude or impolite word. It's just a bit comical when you write about a car. All right, well done.
I wanna show something about that.
Sure.
Okay. I will share my screen.
All right, Barak. While you're doing that, I'll just congratulate Adrian. Another great description. Well done. Do you understand all those corrections that I've made, Adrian?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, well done. Now, can we have a look at Barak's screen? Here we go.
Listen. Adrian, this is like that?
What? Oh, okay, I want to...
Is this no, what your car looks like, Adrian?
It is too small. No, my car is a little bit larger.
A little bit bigger. Okay, a little bit bigger than that, Barak.
but a little bit, eh?
Not too much bigger. Alright guys, well done. Really good work, because that was quite fun guessing, and you also wrote some very good descriptions. So have a great evening. If I don't see you again, take care. I hope to see you at some point in another one of my classes. See you later.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.